Welcome to the Rainbow Hub. How do you fix this thing? Hi there, colorful people, and welcome back to the Rainbow Hub. And it's me, Greg. So as you guys know, I will be handling this channel from now on since Yell has already branched out to a different channel, which will be linked somewhere either here, there. I'll figure it out. So for today's video is going to be a different type, which I hope to be, to introduce in this channel, because I would like to do a lot of this in the succeeding videos. So I'll be telling you guys stories about basically about anything. This video is actually going to be my coming out video. I'll be telling you my story of how I came out. So as you guys know, I am gay, and I would like you guys to know like how I came out. So this would probably cut the stigma, or yeah, the stigma about being gay, especially here in the Philippines, and make people who are like me come out of their shells, as well as come out of the closet and embrace who you really are. Doesn't necessarily have to be like if you are gay or if you're not gay. It's basically embracing who you really are as an individual. So to start off, so when I was a kid, when I was really young, I already knew that I was different. I was reading we usually had this storybooks when I was a kid, and then we had it was heavily illustrated. So there was this part where Adam and Eve, well, it was a Catholic type of thing. So there was the picture of Adam and Eve, and then right then and there I clearly remember that I gravitated more towards the figure of Adam, and I was like, why do I like the figure of a man more than that of a woman? So right then and there I was like, oh my god, I think this is probably what it is. And yeah, so that was the first awakening that I had. Second would actually be when I started to draw, because when I was drawing, I could draw both male figures and female figures quite well. So when I would sketch them, I'd be like, oh, okay, so this is how a female body works. Sorry, both naked. Okay, so I was sketching it like, okay, so this is how a female figure looks like naked. And then when I draw a male figure naked, it's like, oh, okay, so this is a male figure naked. And I would literally like, I would stare at the male figure quite longer than that of the female. And then right then I was like, oh, okay, so this is probably why I was gay. And that was, I think, I believe I was like 11, 12. So I was like, oh, okay, so I think I really am gay. Right after that, I had like crushes on boys, and then, of course, the string of boyfriends that I had after just confirmed that I was actually gay. But here's the funny thing, I actually had a girlfriend. Just to prove to myself, like, I don't think I'm that gay. So I was like, so I probably should have a girlfriend. So I actually had one. We dated and everything, and then up until we were actually making out, when I realized like, oh my god, this is disgusting. No offense to like women at all, but like this doesn't rub well with me. And then I literally felt lightheaded. That's how I knew, like, oh, okay, so this is not for me. And then, so right after that, of course, I had to break up with a woman. I was like, I don't think this is working out for us, since we're going to study in different schools. I believe we have to like let each other go, and like, yeah. And I hope she's happy right now. I think she is happy. So anyways, so that's it. So I was like, so this is how I know that I was gay. Now the next part of of coming out, well, apart from realizing that you're actually gay, is that you have to come out. It's not necessarily have to come out, but accepting yourself as who you really are. And one step of that is, you know, telling your friends and your families or people that who are close to you about what you feel about yourself, about your environment, about other people, you know, as well as, you know, like what's the future going to be for you, so that, you know, their expectation would actually match what your expectation is. So there. So I was thinking, like, I was actually thinking, like, oh my god, how do I break it up to them and everything? And then suddenly one of my sisters actually figured it out already. And like, she was like, she bluntly asked me in dinner, like, are you gay? And I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, are you gay? And I was like, I don't know. And then I started crying, which is so weird. Probably by then I didn't have the courage to actually admit it to everyone that I was actually gay. It probably caught me off guard. That's the reason why I felt attacked at that moment. And here's one tip for you guys, straight friends who would like, you know, who have gay friends who has come out of the closet yet, is that, you know, let them come into terms with it. You could never push them to come out. It is their own journey in life, and let them do that by themselves. So you can't pressure them to come out. It's their way of coming out. It's their journey, basically. After dinner, I felt really bad. Like, oh my god, I kept on sobbing. So I went straight to my room and I was like, and I was like crying. Yeah, 2 years after that incident, I was actually out with my friends, and then I had to meet one of my friends in one of the in a place here in Baguio, and then that's where I actually met my first boyfriend. And yeah, we kicked it off quite well. It was my first love, and so yeah, he was my first boyfriend. And then of course that's where I realized that I was actually gay, because being in a relationship with someone with the same gender as I do felt very right to me. And I believe that's what everything is supposed to be like. If it makes you feel wonderful, if it doesn't hurt anyone in the process, and if it is filled with love and passion, then I don't think that it is wrong at all. That's how I came to terms with it. Now since I had my boyfriend, one day while my mom was cooking, I was like, Mom, I think I'm gay. And then she looked at me and she was like, yeah, we knew. And right then and there, like, the clouds were gone, the skies were like clear as you can imagine. And yeah, I didn't actually come out to my sisters, because they knew right then and there that I was actually gay. So I didn't have to do that, especially with my older brothers, because my mom... Here's the good thing about my coming out story, is that I didn't have to actually come out to any of our relatives, because my mom did that for me. I didn't feel that I was violated by it. I didn't feel like she was violating my privacy. It's because the way that I saw it is that she actually was kind of proud of saying to people that I was actually gay. I remembered before that when I was still a kid, because my sister had Barbie dolls, and for the life of me, I can't remember why they had very minimal clothing, and I was like, this is so unrealistic. It is, I mean, I'm a guy and I have like a ton of clothes. Why can't my sister's Barbie have a ton of clothes or like gowns? So I started making gowns for them. I started making pants. I started making jackets for them. And then one day, one of my mother's friends actually dropped by, and she saw me like making Barbie clothes, and she was like, why is he making Barbie clothes? And my mom was like, well, because he likes to make clothes and he's gay. And right then he's like, and then right there she was like, he's gay, so deal with it. And I was like, yeah, deal with it, because there's nothing you can do already. It's been, I mean, it's me, it's who I am, and you know, like, whatever. Every time that we would actually go to like family gatherings, and I would like, you know, If you are a Filipino, it's a Filipino custom to actually bless, or like mano to your aunties and uncles and lolos and lolas. And so I usually do that, and then they would literally bluntly ask me like, where's your girlfriend? And my mom would just be right behind me, right beside me, or beside me, and she'd be like, he doesn't have girlfriends because he's gay. So basically that's how I came out to my relatives. It's because of my mom, who actually was like just beside me. I was like, yeah, he's gay. So now what? Like, what do we do now? You have to deal with it, because I've dealt with it, so you have no choice but to. So here's the thing, of course it took me a long time to actually, be fully okay with it, especially when it comes to like the gay community here in the Philippines. It's quite taboo to actually go out with your boyfriend, hold hands, or do like public displays of affection, like kiss them, or like hug them, or like just hold hands together, or like like when you're in the cafe, you'd stare at each other's eyes, and you'd talk to each other, and then without any inhibitions at all. And yeah, so it took me a long time to actually be very comfortable with my sexuality. Right now, I really don't care at all. It's like, if you hate gay people, then it's fine. That's your perspective about it. Just don't do anything against it. If you don't like them, if you don't prefer them, then that's fine. But don't deny them the existence that they deserve, because we all coexist, and we all have the right to live, to love. I don't think we have any power or any right to deny anyone those rights, because we are human, we are flawed. No matter what other people may say, this is what we this is who I am, and that's never gonna change. So that's how things are. And yeah, it was fun actually, and I found it like the most relaxed coming out story, because I've watched a lot of coming out stories on YouTube, as well as like series, and I find it quite traumatic for them to actually come out, and then for me it was just like that, and then like everything was okay. So yeah, that's how I came out to my family and my friends, and how I came to terms with it. Yeah, I hope you guys like my my sit-down stories. Please comment down below if you would like to see a lot more about this, because I have a lot of stories to tell you guys. And yeah, let me know if you have like a relative, or like a friend that came out recently, and if you would like, you could actually tell them like how was her coming out story. And I will see you guys on our next video. Oh, if you like this video, try like it, comment down below, share it to your friends and your family, or if there is a family member or a friend that has some difficulty coming out, then probably you could share this video to them, especially if they are in the Philippines. And yeah, subscribe if you like more content, because there are a lot of contents coming up. And yeah, I'll see you on our next video. Stay colorful, people, and goodbye.